Shalom, my name is Chaim, the Galilean. I live in the Galilee, Israel. I'm with the Aliyah Return Center charity, and we are excited to take you throughout this entire land of Israel virtually. That's right, in 360. We have 52 sites that are pictured in 360, and you're able to explore every nook and cranny, and I'm able to show you every single thing that happened biblically and what God is doing today in the miraculous fulfillment of prophecy. What a pleasure. Let's go over the controls really quick. As you're there in your couch in your country, you are going to be able to click and understand how to use this beautiful apparatus. Okay, you can see you have volume increase and decrease there. You want to make sure you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me all right. Also, you have a plus and a minus. You can zoom into the picture. You can zoom out. You can also pinch, zoom in and zoom out on your tablet, on your iPad, on your iPhone, on whatever device you want. All right? And then, of course, you have this automatic rotation that you have. You can stop that if you want. If you don't stop it, it'll just automatically rotate through the different parts of this picture. Okay, and you got the three little squares there. Well, that'll show you what you've seen and what you haven't seen. You click on that, you'll see a pop-up of each different part. And once you've visited that part of the site, it'll be a check mark that shows you've been there and you've heard me share in that part. Yeah? Okay, moving right along, you have different ways to view, like fish eye or like more theater view. You can select whichever one you want. You have the gyroscope. And of course, you don't have to get this, but some people want the cardboard 3D glasses to be sent to them. You don't really need that, but if you want it, we could try to work that out. All right, welcome to... All right, here we are in Capernaum, the ancient World Trade Center. You know Herod the Tetrarch? So you got Herod the Great. He had two sons. One is Herod Antipas. He had a city called Caesarea built for Caesar on the coast. We're not talking about that. And his other son, Herod Philippus, had another city called Caesarea Philippi up in the Golan Heights. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this Capernaum, the crossroads. Imagine how many tax collectors. You smell the oil lamps burning. You see people bringing in silk, bringing in dried fish, trading, and you have the greatest rabbi that ever lived, Yeshua of Nazareth, come through here. And if you'll open your Gospels, if it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John, I like the account in Mark chapter 1, and you see how Yeshua opens up the scroll and begins to speak with such authority that the greatest Bible scholars are astonished at his teaching. We're going to get into more that happened in the synagogue a little later. But look how this city was a thriving city with about 1,500 people. Take a glance at how the houses were built. The black stone, you can see there the white synagogue in the middle. That was built later. We'll talk about that a little later. Will you come with me as we explore the life that the apostles would have lived in one of the most exciting and most central sites in the entire land of Israel? Wait with me for a moment at this holy place, this synagogue. All right, now down below in Capernaum, the black stone was the original one. That was destroyed. Here's a spacious white stone synagogue. Who was it built by? Well, scholars debate, but I'm thinking of Luke chapter 7. You have a centurion, which is a Roman occupier, right? Pagan, pantheist, who actually loves this people and built the synagogue in Capernaum. Supposedly his grave is right nearby. He ruled the whole seaport here. And God did a miracle to heal his servant. Isn't it amazing that he found favor with the religious rulers of the day and with the master himself? All right, we're about to go in, but I want you to use your imagination. Think of the fire where people are telling stories, the smell of the olive oil lamps, the Romans bringing slaves through, stories of war from Damascus, from Egypt. What's going on in Jerusalem? When will the Messiah come? Now let's enter in. Get ready with Mark chapter 1. You can see the way a Greek building is built and the way a Hebrew building is built by the way everyone has fellowship one with another. Greeks have a stage in the very front, but no real interaction and inquiry one with another to understand the scriptures being read. Whereas in Hebrew thought, we discuss, we debate. It is wonderful. Also, the children would have been on the sides and some in the other side. Let's go on the other side and check it out. Now, this is the side corridor of the synagogue where the children would have played. You can imagine those preparing to go and open that scroll. You don't leaf through pages. You have a scroll handed to you when you're sitting and preparing to read in the seat of Moses. What I love about the Jewish culture, which is often skipped by Christians around the world, is the bar mitzvahs. Yeshua's own bar mitzvah. What about the circumcision? All of these events would happen in the synagogue, and Yeshua himself would have been, as a young child, able to come and visit synagogues throughout the land of Israel and been part of many an occasion. This very part that you're looking at is where the children would have played. Here is where you have chiseled on the stones games for the children to play while they're waiting. Keep them quiet while the Torah is being read in the other side, and also preparing them to enter into the other side and read themselves when it's their turn.